Hello, Basic Brian here of Brian, and I'm going to make a music theme video with my collection of a certain genre of music, jazz. And jazz is American music from ragtime, blues, syncopated rhythms, improvisation, deliberate distortions of pitch and timbre, and also pop dance music influenced by jazz played in loud, rhythmic manner. And that's from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, kind of a definition of jazz there. And why is jazz significant? What is my experience with it? My first experience with jazz was on the radio with my father, and it was more the smooth jazz. Didn't really like it as a youngin' that much. I thought it was a little cheesy, but it was more the smooth variation of jazz, where you'd hear like maybe the Beverly Hills Cop theme with it, which is kind of a cheesy song, and it was just really light and relaxing music. So as a kid, I was not that into it. My dad still likes that kind of music, and Paul Hardcastle and that sort of thing. But that's not kind of the jazz I'm coming from today. There's also the big band kind of jazz with a huge band. That's more of the dance kind of variety, but that's very cool as well. And jazz is just kind of cool, and it's hard to explain why it's awesome and majestic. And also, as an undergrad, I took a class, Jazz Appreciation, with a couple of friends of mine and a girlfriend at the time as well, and just have memories of learning about jazz. And actually, we saw our professor was in this band as the drummer. 2005 CD. Bought this at the show. Damn it, I'm dating myself, but yeah. Okay, so jazz, but it's also very black inspired, for sure. But not necessarily. You don't have to be black to play jazz, but it's very black inspired, and a lot of those technical phrases from the definition there kind of go with that. And jazz is also just kind of very lively and vibrant music, particularly bebop and after the bebop genre, and the improvisation and you kind of vary the composition. Sometimes you usually take compositions and you put your own spin on it with the rhythm, and then there's improvisations, and it could go on for a long time, a lot of times. So and also it's really impressive that jazz uses kind of organic, regular instruments that aren't electrified, and they're very organic in a way. You're using woodwinds, brass, and loud rhythms from the drums and the piano and the bass, the upright bass, the huge bass that I don't know if you have to plug in all the time, but it's still, you're kind of being kind of aggressive and noisy, and there's a freedom and the improvisation to it is very lively and interesting and exciting, and it's kind of doing what makes rock music cool, but in a different way. So, but with more texture, and not necessarily more texture, but a different texture with more limitations as well. So that's kind of what makes jazz significant and interesting, impressive. But yeah, so I'll go over my collection. I'll start out with CDs. Just go over these quick. We got Mingus, Tijuana Moods, This I got pretty recently. Thelonious Monk at Carnegie Hall with John Coltrane. And we got, this is one of my favorites, my favorite things. John Coltrane. A Love Supreme. And Horace Silver. Song for My Father, the Horace Silver Quintet. Miles Davis, Miles Smiles, later quintet era. And we got Jazz Rock Fusion with Weather Report, Heavy Weather. So those are my jazz CDs. And next we got another Jazz Rock Fusion, Brand X, Moroccan Roll. And we got a young Phil Collins, who looks like a cultist or something. Pretty amazing. And this is a compilation with more big band and a lot of variety of jazz. You got a Sarah Vaughan track on here as well. Dave Brubeck, Woody Herman, Benny Goodman, Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington. To listen to us more. Liner notes. And we got Kinda Blue, Miles Davis, earlier Miles Davis, John Coltrane, came out Adderley, Bill Evans. Pretty legendary album. Now we got Art Tatum. This is a later Art Tatum. I think he was a pretty early jazz leader, virtuoso. And they got a Ragtime album, probably not played by the guy here, but Ragtime is pretty early on, like the early 20th century. Scott Joplin, piano rags. Let's see, syncopations, a little altering on the piano. And now we got Ella and Berlin, Mac the Knife, jazz singer. That's a little different, but still jazz. Can't tell you technically why, but. And last we got the Best of Cannonball Adderley. And that is my jazz collection in a nutshell. And just a little talking about jazz there. All the best. Thank you for watching. Wanted to make another music related video. Thanks.